Welcome to LABizBuzz. This is In the Dark, and I'm going to talk about Star Wars today. Star Wars has been around since 1977, all the way to 2026, where we've had the latest installment in the Star Wars universe called Mandalorian and Grogu. It was pretty good. I liked it, but I love Star Wars, so I'm not going to lie. Full disclosure, I'm a big fan. I've loved everything they've done from first films to the prequels. I know to Disney's attempts at creating some side stories, which are good. Some of them are good. Rogue One was great. Um, but some of the others have left a lot to be desired. Mandalorian and Grogu, on the other hand, I felt was one of the better uh, offerings from Disney and its Star Wars adventures, so to speak. But the unfortunate thing about Star Wars and Disney is they just don't seem to realize there's a difference between a film audience and a television audience. Big difference. And it has shown at the box office. We loved The Mandalorian and Grogu on The Mandalorian when it was on our televisions. And we love our Star Wars movies. But for some reason, we just don't like them mixed up. We don't like going to the theater to see a television show. That makes sense. Um, but I think the bigger problem or the bigger issue or the bigger situation here is Disney. Disney bought the Star Wars properties and turned it into what George Lucas always didn't want. George Lucas first sold its Star Wars properties to Fox. Uh, and Fox was under agreement to spread out the films. They didn't want the audience to be saturated, so there was an agreement to have the film spread out for years. As you know, Star Wars came out in 1977, and we didn't see Empire Strikes Back for years after that. And that made a big difference. It makes the audience want more, and once they get more, they want even more. And Return of the Jedi even came out even years after that. So that was what Lucas wanted. And Lucas also did not want toys. He didn't want merchandise. He didn't want a lot of cute little fluffy things floating around stores representing his franchise. But enter Disney. So Lucas sells the property to Disney, and Disney turns around and starts releasing uh, films one after the other. And Rush, some films I understand didn't even have scripts. They were shot without scripts, and it just makes no sense at all. And they actually showed it. It showed in some cases. But then they start with the television shows. And we started with some good outing. We started with some good ones. We started with Mandalorian, Andor, of course, excellent. Probably one of the better uh, critical, critically acclaimed products coming out of the Star Wars. Uh, and then we've had other missteps, let's say, in the television realm as far as Star Wars is concerned. Most notably, I think, was probably Boba Fett, and which just came and went like nobody even knew it even existed. I don't even know if most people even remember what the story was about, but it was just very forgettable. Um, and now we're here with Mandalorian and Grogu. And Mandalorian and Grogu was somewhat successful its opening weekend, but then it just really fell short. It just really fell short to what is expected from something coming with that name, the Star Wars name attached to it. But if you flip it on the other side, it really did. It was a television show. They decided to release a few episodes in the theaters, and some people went to see it. I went to see it. I loved it. Um, and but it's just not for everybody. It's a generational, yeah, you have to say it is. When I went there, there were was the audience was a lot of dads and moms with their kids, uh, explaining. I saw a dad explaining to his son and his father the whole Star Wars, a quick, there, I guess it could have been 30-second explanation of what Star Wars, what Mandalorian and Grogu represented in the Star Wars universe. It was quite telling. And sitting next to me was another dad and his son, and he was explaining to his son the uh Star Wars franchise in a nutshell. And so that's basically what their audience has become. It has become, it's older now. It is not as likely to go to the theaters more than once to see a movie, where when you have something that comes out that does touch the younger generations, people do tend to go see a film more than once. I did. I saw Star Wars, I don't know, 50 times when it first came out. So, and I was 16. So there you go. Uh, but it can work. It will work again at some point in the film in the movie theaters. It definitely works on television. Andor isn't going away. The Star Wars franchise isn't going away. They're going to keep going. There's going to be another one coming out next year with Ryan Gosling, which should be it should get an audience based on not just the Star Wars franchise, but also based on the fact that Ryan Gosling is a megastar. So that's definitely going to help get eyeballs into the theater. Um, and we'll see how that works out. In any event, good night, and this has been In the Dark.